Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here and welcome back to another episode of Leicester Reborn. In today's episode, we have got the quarterfinal of the Champions League where we play yet again Manchester United. We also have 3 days after this, the FA Cup semi-final yet again against Manchester United. It always seems to be that we're giving you these guys as a YouTube episode. I don't like them in real life and I hate giving you guys lots of the games against the same opposition. The fact that the semi-final of the FA Cup is straight after this, I will give you an episode if we don't win this tie. If we do win this tie, I'm going to give you the result at the end of this episode. With that being said, we are away at Old Trafford first, and very similar to the Carabao Cup semi-final and the FA Cup semi-final of last year, we are probably the slight underdogs, but we have a very good record against Manchester United. Without further ado, we have had a loss in the league since we last met as well. We beat Bournemouth in extra time after having an XG of over 4 in this game. Even though we had similar-ish amount of shots, we were quite open. 4.4 XG and missing a million chances was not particularly great from us. We lost to Arsenal 2-1 in a game we could absolutely battered in as well. I did rotate knowing that our season at a minimum is going to be 5th, if not higher. And with that being said, what's the point of going full strength in the Prem at the minute where the Champions League and the FA Cup lie our major focus? So we definitely rotated and we should be full strength for this one. Now, Manchester United are a very good footballing side. We know this as well. They knocked out Sevilla in the round of 16. So, they're a pretty decent side. They got through in the top 8, I do believe, in the league phase. They did in 7th. So, yeah, not an easy tie by any stretch of the imagination. But I will say if it was Liverpool and if it was probably Real Madrid, it would probably be out right now. Now, look, we're yet to lose this year in the Champions League, and hopefully that continues here. We are back to full strength finally for the first time in what feels like an age. Melier, Livramento, Demirel, Marshall, and Christensen with Thuram, and Lavia, Lise, Smith Rowe, Mateus, and Qual. With that being said, I'm still sick because it's the same day of me filming everything. We're at as full strength as possible. I have been scouting like next gen. I have made a bid for a kid. I don't know if he's going to come in or not. It looks very likely. Let me know what you think of this fella as well and if we should sign him. Just think at 18 with that potential, with the amount of pace he has, is definitely someone we're going to look to sign to play on the left-hand side, which I know when you have Harvey Barnes and got Mateus Jr., why do you need to sign this guy? Mainly because he's really, really good. And there's maybe some potential things that we could do with him down the line. It might even be a world we train him to play up front with the pace that he has. With that being said, we're going to proceed to this match and away we go as well. It is the Champions League in a big game. I definitely think, by the way, next year, if we sign this Mexican kid, we might chuck him straight on the left and play Mateus Jr. up front because he's actually played very well up front when Qual's been injured. But yeah, let's see how we go here as well. Let's go have a look at United. It is obviously United. We've played them so many times. Tadebo's at the back there with Martinez as always. Lucas Torreira, Casemiro. Sane starting this one here. Osimhen up front, who's been fantastic. So yeah, no Sidewell in the team, but a very good team nonetheless. Look, Marcus Rashford's Marcus Rashford. Of course, we're worried about Marcus Rashford. It's a very good team. 4-2-3-1 versus 4-2-3-1. Old Trafford. It's been an okay hunting ground for us in this save. Like, we've played pretty well against United. We beat them in the Carabao Cup 1-0 before losing in dramatic circumstances at home in the Carabao Cup second leg. But look, if we can take a result back, it would be huge. And well, Garang Qual misses, unfortunately. And Garang, who loves a big game, it has to be said, the Aussie, even though on paper he's not great, he scores goals, misses a big chance there. With that being said, 11 minutes played, it is going to be 0-0. Elise whips one in towards the back stick. Not one as a header. Torreira is going to be able to drive here. Need to stand up and win a tackle. We don't. Martinez, they're going to build out from the back here. Well, they're not, actually. They're going to give the turnover, and Elise now goes back to Demirel. Thuram, Livramento, Demirel, Lavia, Jose Marcha, Christensen. Finds Jose Marcha. Thuram. Mateus Jr. ain't going to win that, but it falls to Christensen. Mateus Jr. will win that one. He knows how to finish, and that's through De Gea. We lead 1-0. We lead 1-0 in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. Now, I've never won the Champions League in my first save as Zep once. We did a Fulham save at the end of last year where we took Fulham, and within 3 seasons, season 1 we finished in just outside of Europe. Season 2, we finished top 4. Season 3, in our first year in the Champions League, we went on a massive run. We did play, I think it was Porto in the semi. So, we had a pretty good run up to the final. We beat Barca, I think, in the final. Might have been Liverpool now that I think about it. But yeah, it's the only time I ever won the Champions League in my first season in the Champions League. There is an option that this could be it. Mateus should have missed this. It's poor. He has to go right-footed. He's natural right-footed. That is a big miss. Playing well, but only 1-0, and this is a scoreable free kick for Bruno Fernandes. He's very good. I've used him in Glory Hunter. He was a very good footballer. He hits the bar there. Thuram wins the header, thankfully, and Elise is going to get that clear. And Smith Rowe on the break. Maybe a chance for Garing to beat Lyons. Who knows? Unfortunately not, but that's going to be the highlight, and we get away with it. But yeah, that for those that watch that Fulham save, you know how good that team is. But by like the end of season 5, I had Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne, signed De Bruyne on a free for 2 years. We had Lukaku, Mokoku. Yeah, it was a fantastic side. But yeah, Mitrovic went ballistic. Anyway, De Gea comes a long way and heads to Varane, which is fair enough, good keeping. Goes and plays out with Todibo. And finds Torreira. It's a ball over the top looking for Rashford. Demiral wins the header. Elise doesn't win that one though. Torreira, Casemiro, Bruno. Needs a runner. Casemiro, that's a run and a half from Sane. Big miss from Sane though. Just like the Cameroon Cup game, they're missing their chance to be scored ours, and if it gets to the 65th minute, we'll go 4-2-3-1 to try and see out a lead. We do have West Brom in the middle of this, where I'll be fully rotating yet again in the league, because why wouldn't you? Time ticks away, 2 minutes of added time. Getting a half time with a 1-0 lead, always take it. And just like that, a highlight right after half time. Elise, big moment. De Gea, good save. We've missed a couple of big chances. Mateus Cunha to make it 2-0. Elise there to make it 2-0. It's a corner though. We got a good amount of height. It's not Harry Suter levels, but we got good height anyway. Demiral doesn't win that one. Elise again drives into the area. Backstep ball. Mateus Cunha doesn't win. It's cleared for another corner. Good start to the second half. Elise, as the voice goes. Mateus Cunha. Plan is to stream and play until we're out of the Champions League, which could be the whole season. Demiral, Lavia, Mateus Cunha, Christensen cuts it, Lavia wins it, ball back stick, Elise heads, Quol took a deflection but it's gone in. We lead 2-0 here in the Champions League. Garen Quol yet again scores. And that is 2-0. Good head down from Elise. Very smart to not shoot, but to knock it back into the 6-yard box. Takes a deflection off De Gea and the centre-back, I think both of them. And there we go. Elise's a bit tired. I'll leave the highlight as it is though at the moment. Livramento. Elise. Smith Rowe. Good save from De Gea. Smith Rowe blocked. Penalty? Oh, Elise was chopped then. Thought that could have been given. Another highlight. Now, I did move 4-3 in the last one we played him in the big game here to see how to win. We're dominating that much that I don't want to, because I feel like we're all over them at the moment here, Manchester United. Apologies, everybody. Garen Quol, Elise was offside. Debo, to Lot, Lavia wins. Thuram needs a runner, finds Livramento, gets in the area, good cut. Oh, I don't know, good cut unfortunately. Could have been another one there. De Gea, Rafael Varane. Martinez. Torreira, Seiwald, Ericsson, good ball, Sancho. Osimhen, good save from Meslier, made up good ground across his goal line there, did Meslier. And in the end, falls in Amelia's hand. Great save from the keeper. It's their first big moment, Manchester United, isn't it? Look, I feel like we have to. I feel like when you are winning by a bit, you just need to do it. I'm going to get Rooney in. And Rooney's going to go in as an inverted winger. Tash Junior's actually going to go up front. And I am going to get in Harvey Barnes. I feel the rest of the team's just going to stay out there as it is. I am going to switch into the 4-3-3. We did this last time. The next minute the game ticked away without a highlight. I do feel like we've been on top, but I feel like if you can get in 2-0 in the Champions League, you take it and you run. Team's had a pretty good time for it. 76 minutes gone. James Justin for Livramento because he's dead. Same with Luke Thomas on the other side. And I think, just in case, if we get a corner, Harry Suter is a big boy that can head one away. Or can head one into the back of the net. Is there going to be one last chance here? One of the sides. James Justin picks up a knock straight away, which is not good. Varane, Sywell. Would rather not be a highlight, but yeah, anyhow. Martinez, Rafinha. Sywell. Sanderberg. Ball over the top of the Rashford. He looked offside. No flag. Melier saves. Would have counted. Time ticks away here. Not long left to go. 91st minute highlight. Harry Suter. Jose Marsha. Looking out for Harvey Barnes. Doesn't find him. I feel like Man United are going to get one last throw of the dice, doesn't it? Rashford's in. This one's onside. Melier's beat. That's a goal. United find a way, don't they? Fucking hell. They've been 3 minutes of making it perfect, and there's still time for United to make it 2-2. Very undeserved. We do take a lead back, which is great. We were favourites for the Cabarro Cup second leg, and well, we didn't win. And that goal there was, very unfortunate for us to concede and gives them a lifeline. We do get a good result, though, and that's all that matters. Garen Quell was apparently still a wonder kid. Hasn't developed once, boys. But yeah, look, it's a win. Never going to complain about a win. We're yet to lose a game in the Champions League this season, and as long as that continues, we're into the semi-final. Would rather us hold on there. We didn't, but we still lead 2-1. Here we are, YouTube. Quarterfinal, second leg. It's time for the big one against Man United. Important to note, we just did win again in the league. We won 2-0 against West Brom, fully rotated, which is always nice as well. Now, as it stands, we have a stalemate between Real Madrid and Arsenal. I would imagine Madrid do win that game, and that's who we're going to play. Our team is Melier, Livramento, Demiral, Marshall, and Christensen, with Lavian Thuram, Elise, Smith-Rowe, Mateus Cunha's been developing out of his skin, and we have got Qual up front. Look like a very good footballing team we do. With that being said, let's get into it and see what we can do out here today. Let's go and have a look how United are lining up. It is a Todibo and Varane partnership. Casemiro with Martinez. It's Todibo and Varane with Martinez moving up a line. Interesting. First time we've seen that. Outside of that, it's the same team. No Sywell again. Patrick Berg came off the bench last time, still there. No starting for Sancho. And no Christensen, as they're all on... Christian Eriksen, I should say. As they're all on the bench. Look, we lost this exact situation last time. We won 1-0 at Old Trafford and we lost 2-1 and then lost in the shootout in the second leg of the Cabarro Cup this year. In the FA Cup, we knocked them out in the semi-final last year. Now we got them in the semi-final again 3 days later. If we do win this tie, I will give you the end results of the semi-final FA Cup because the big focus will be on the Champions League. If we do lose today, I will be giving you that as a different episode because our focus would immediately switch to if we can go back-to-back FA Cup winners. With that being said, 5 minutes played. As long as we keep a clean sheet today, we are going to be in the Champions League. Now, I do prefer to go 4-2-3-1. If you remember that day against Man United, which we lost in a shootout, Ian Nacho, who's no longer here, missed a penalty to send us through in the late dying minutes of the 90 and then scored 190th minute to get us into the shootout. On that day, we had more chances and better XG than United, and we just couldn't score our chances. With that being said, that's the reason why we're going 4-2-3-1. It's our preferred system. We prefer to be on the front foot, and I do think we can score goals. Thuram now with the ball, looking over the top for Garen Qual. He's there, and in the end, De Gea saves, and that was kind of faulted us last time out. De Gea saved everything. With this being said, Christensen, ball in, Quoll, Smith Rowe, Elise. Somehow, there's a block by Luke Shaw that falls to De Gea's arms. Great football. XG have already over 1 because we've missed 2 chances that we probably should have scored. And not gone in the back of the net. Remind you of any game in particular this season. Gives you a little bit of PTSD, doesn't it? Considering you've already lost from this position against the same opposition already this year. Rashford wins the ball back and he goes down the line of towards Bruno, who looks for Osimhen. Well won. Smith Rowe finds Lavia. That's a ball and a half. Quoll's in again 1-on-1. Quoll this time scores. Garang scores his 24th. He's been fantastic for us this season. With this Mexican guy coming in, I do think we give the Mexican being a wonder kid and how quick he is to start up front, training the play up front, or put Matheus Cunha out there. The main reason for that is that I think just Garang, as good as he is, he will be fine off the bench and in those weaker games. And I think we can carry a youngster up front with some very good potential. It's not often you get a guy that the game's like, yeah, he's the creme de la creme. And he 18 inside the top 10 of next gen. Christensen, Sane, the lot goes long. And as far as Marsha, Lavia. Saying that though, Garang's got so many goals. Do we really drop him next year? I don't know. Tarum, Elise, good balling for Matheus Cunha, who could go up front next year. That falls to Smith Rowe, deflected and fell to him. They're checking for offside. They're looking for an offside against Matheus Cunha, the game says, which it's been given. So I'm guessing he's offside, but Smith Rowe wasn't. I was pretty confident it was going to be given. Matheus Cunha is offside, so won't be given. But a very good sign. United still need 2, approaching half-time. At some point, we will go 4-3-3 to see this one out. That's a very good first half. Start the second half here. Elise again. You go back stick for a header. Marsha, good save from De Gea. I need to sneeze. De Gea goes long. And as far as Livramento, Elise flicks down towards Martinez. Rafael Varane. Martinez. Picked off by Demaru. Quoll. Elise. Tarum. Christensen. Deflected and he comfortable for De Gea. Long highlight here. Don't like how long this highlight's gone for. So was it Tarum? It's a good ball out of Matheus Cunha. Maybe I'm going to like it. Oh, De Gea with the mistake. It's 2-0. De Gea's fumbled one into the back of the net and we're on the way to a semi-final. Matheus Cunha scores a great goal. Plays so well on the left wing. It's a good ball. Matheus thumps one through De Gea. That's 4-1. 2-0 on the night. Kind of feel think United need to score right now as Osimhen heads to Martinez and taps in. That's onside. Sandro Martinez scores straight away. Just as we said, they probably did score from this highlight. They score basically straight away. Still need 2 goals here, United. From a set piece. But we've been the better team here. Come on, boys. Minutes played. They need 2 goals. I ain't going to switch into the 4-3-3 here. I think that's important. Lisa's not had his best of game. I'm going to move in Rooney as a bit of a inverted winger as well to help. Matheus Cunha is going to come in for Harvey Barnes. Memento for James Justin. Also thinking about the Champions, the FA Cup game, I'm not going to lie. Made 5 changes here. If we lose from here, it's my fault for making 5 changes and upsetting the side. But I just feel like, especially with the FA Cup coming up, get 5 of our best players off. United are the team we're playing and they have to come at us hard. Just hold on here, boys. If this goes in, we're into the semi-final of the Champions League. Ball in, Jose Marcha doesn't score. Shrewsbury Hall comes inside. Maybe he goes for goal himself. He does, deflected. Oh, just past the post. From that close from a sealer, you feel. That close from a sealer. Shrewsbury Hall. Cleared away. Quoll! De Gea with a fantastic save. Good hit from Garang Quoll. May not have the stats May not have the star rating, but the boy has the goals on the score sheet and on the in his stats. He scores a lot of chances as Garang. I love him a lot. He's fantastic. The young kid, the young boy does well. Still a wonder kid, but no development. If this goes in, we get nervy. Barnes heads away. Rooney now. Just get as far away from goal as possible. Go on a run, son. And well, what a run it is. He's driving into the own half. No one's going near him. Rooney's still going. All the way back there to Wilfred and Dindy. Harvey Barnes knows how to hit him. Hits the post. Scored an outrageous goal to spark the comeback against Dortmund last episode. Nearly scores another one here. But boys, that's all she's got to write. We have not lost a game in the Champions League this year, and that's going to continue. We are into the semi-final of the Champions League. Now, it's not going to be the end of the episode here. We are going to find out firstly, who we're playing, which I would imagine is Real Madrid. Could be Arsenal. Yeah, Real Madrid just won 5-0. Our biggest test incoming, semi-final of the Champions League. We get 9 mil, which is huge for our finances because we don't get enough money. Our first leg is against Madrid at home, which I do not like. But we get a chance at the semi-final of the Champions League in our first season, which is huge. And I'll see you guys on the flip side because I'm going to give you guys the end of the FA Cup semi-final so you guys know if we have an FA Cup final to look to defend our title or not coming up as well. Well, YouTube, welcome into what's been an absolute drubbing in the FA Cup semi-final. United slightly rotated, as you can tell from here, not like 100%, Pedro, Ericsson, you name it, but they still started Osimhen. Not 100% full fit. We absolutely destroyed them. We moved into the 4-3-3 to set up shop on like the 55th minute. But yeah, destroyed them, played outrageously well. I'll show you guys the goals in a second. But that means that at the end of this season, we're going to have a chance to go and try and go back to back in the FA Cup, which is great. I would imagine we're going to play. We're going to be playing Liverpool in the final yet again. Let's go and show you guys the goals though. Here we go, goals. And then that'll be the end of the episode. The next episode's Real Madrid, which is good to see. We started off very well here. Christensen, Lavia, good ball out there to Tarum. Found the ball in Livramento. And every time I think that Garang Cole maybe can come out in the team, he just does that. As much as he doesn't have the stats and the ability and the... he's got the goals and he goes always in the right spot and he always scores. And that's all you want, really. Is the thing. Harvey Barnes with a good shot, low and hard into the bottom bin. Just loves hitting him from distance. That's Harvey. And the third one to top it all off was a very well worked goal. And Livramento again gets down the line. A little bit lucky that it falls to Harvey Barnes as well worked till that moment, and he scores at the back stick. So, with that being said, we're into the FA Cup final where I would imagine we're playing Liverpool. I would imagine. I would say that they beat Everton. Let's go find out. Why not? Let's find out together. They play tomorrow in the Merseyside derby. If it's Everton, we virtually... I can't say we virtually won the FA Cup because it's an FA Cup final. Anyone can beat anyone. But, yeah, you would imagine this is going to be Liverpool. We'd prefer it to be Everton. I'm saying that. I'm a Liverpool fan, so I'd rather Liverpool just win anyway. Do have them next in the thing, in the league. It's good that we got the extra day rest, but I am rotating in this game, knowing that Real Madrid's not long after. And Liverpool is in the final. So there we go. Final will be us versus Liverpool at Wembley. For the second time in a row, we have a chance to beat Liverpool yet again and win back-to-back FA Cups. Will we? We'll find out. See you guys on the flip side. Thank you and goodbye.
Yeah.